Welcome to a new life with Woody. So I am here with my homie Jay. It's a rare moment being able to sit down with him, enjoy the afternoon with my homie, spending time with his family, living life to the fullest. But it's rare to be able to sit down with this guy and interview him. It's a very rare moment. How you doing, man?
Hey, thank you for coming out, man. I appreciate you and the fam coming out. Like, today was my son's 6th birthday. Big deal when you come from like a place where birthdays weren't
the best
big deal. I mean, they were a big deal, but they weren't the best. So to have you here today was great, man. I appreciate you coming out. I'm good. I'm well.
We had it rocking. It was rocking out here.
Yeah, it was
hot, but it was rocking.
Still hot. We still sweating.
Yeah, still
so
sweating.
You see a little perspiration, it's hot.
Yeah. So today we're going to get in. Y'all know that I know Jay from being our cellies, but we never really talked about how we met and how it led up to us being cellies. So we're going to delve into that right now. So, Jay, when did you first see me?
I believe it was 2010. You were in a 400 pod. When Woody first came to Greensville, they put him in gangland. Like, my pod used to be gangland, then they turned my pod into the workers pod. Like, they put the kitchen workers, maintenance workers, like the workers in my pod because it had just gotten out of control. So they turned 400 pod into the whole pod. If you came out the whole, you were gang affiliated, you had a history of violence, you were going straight to 400 pod. So I get a work order one day working maintenance, right? And they send me up there and I got to work on a door. I try to stay busy. I've always been a hustler. Maintenance was a great hustle in prison. You know what I mean? I can move the pack from point A to point B. You need a piece of steel, I can get that. I can get that sharp and get that to you. Everything from my cable ain't working right to I'm tired of just only having 2 flushes on the toilet. Like, maintenance was a great hustle. So I get a call for a cell door that's messed up one day. When I say a call, like, I have a boss. I don't get a call, not the police, but I have a boss. And they send us upstairs to work on a cell door that's not functioning right. I'm good with mechanics, gears, all that. And I see this guy.
Yeah, man.
Sitting in the cell. My cellie, I did a story on worst cellie I ever had. The guy that, ended his child's life, sent him to God, whatever. Creepy ass story, go watch it. I didn't have a cellmate at the time. And I've been looking for one. Now, I'm not going to just cell up with anybody because it just ain't going to happen. You know what I mean? I got to see something in you that lets me know we're on the same type of time. And I see this guy. I didn't know he had just come from Florida. I didn't know that the entire sentence I had to do, he had already done
it. Yeah.
He'd already done a dime when I met him. Yeah. And I said, "What's up, man? What's your name?" And he said, "Woody." And at this time, when I'm telling you this dude looked like Woody Harrelson, there is no mistaking why he got his name Woody. This dude looked like Woody Harrelson.
Yeah.
So I said, "What you doing, man? You all right in the cell?" He was like, "It's just kind of crazy, you know what I mean? But I'm all right wherever I'm at." I think your words was, "I'm good wherever I'm at."
Yeah.
I said, "Well, look, I can get you moved downstairs. You trying to be in a cell with me?" And he was like, well, shit, you got a pull like that? Make it happen." I don't think
Make it happen.
Because not many people got that type of pull, right?
No.
I said, I need your name and your number. So he gave me his name and his number. I go to the people being the guards and shit. Like I said, well, actually the sergeant, because I didn't talk to the guards, but I dealt with the sergeant because he deals with the maintenance crew. And I said, "Look, my cell's open. You ain't about to move no chomo in my cell. You're not about to move no gump in my cell. You ain't about to move no snitch in my cell. Nobody with no bad paperwork."
No. Show that paperwork.
I got a dude that I need moved into my cell because I know he's good people. We had talked for a minute that day. And he said, "All right, I got you." Following morning, I don't know, probably 9:30, 10 o'clock, cell door opens.
It's me.
And walks in.
On my end, they called me to the booth talking about pack your stuff. You're going to 219 downstairs. And I was like thinking to myself, like, damn, this dude got some pull because in Florida, you want to get moved? You ain't getting moved, man. It's hard. You're going to stay right where you're at unless you go into the hole. You're going to go to the box. You're going to stay in there until 60 days and you're going to get out and you're going back to the same bunk. So it's bad.
But you got to remember, I've been there. At that point there, I've been there about 7 years. So they knew my history. I had done the whole ring of fighting, the back and forth to the holes, the getting caught with drugs. Like, I've been through the gauntlet of charges you can catch while in DOC.
Yeah.
And then they see me working this maintenance job. Like, they actually, if they see you doing better, they'll kind of recognize that. You know what I mean?
They're gonna help
like,
you out.
all right, this dude's not a problem no more. Like, he's actually doing what he's supposed to be doing. He ain't splitting heads. He's all right. He's asking for a little favor. Let's move him. And Woody was a good move, man. I wasn't sure about it all the way at first. Like, even in the first few days that he moved in, I was real secretive. You tell him why I was secretive.
So when I moved in, like within minutes, I already knew what the lick reads. See, in Florida, when you say what the lick read, you know what the lowdown, the whatever, however things gonna be popping off. So when I walked in, I already smelt the brewery cooking. I know what the buck smell like. So I know this dude got some wine. Either he got some wine he finna drink tonight, or he's got a still up in his cell. But, you know, I smell it. So as the day progresses, you know, he's like every few minutes or whatever, he's gonna tell me to get out the door. He can put the pillow in the day, use the bathroom, handle his business, whatever the case may be. But Lord knows he's burping his bag.
Let me tell you what burping the bag is, right? When you throw your concoction of your oranges, your fruit, your sugars, candy, your sodas, whatever it is that you copped and put in that bag that's gonna ferment that fruit and turn it into wine. All right, that bag, as it swells,
blows up.
It releases gases. Them gases are what creates the alcohol. Now, if you do not let that gas out the bag,
it's gonna be a bad day.
That bitch gonna bust, and then you're gonna have 5 gallons of alcohol on the floor. So everywhere. Like, I'm not sure about dude yet. I'm glad he's here. He seems solid, but I still gotta, you know what I mean, as a convict, play my position and keep things on the low. So I'm trying to burp this bag because that bitch is cooking. When I mean it's rocking, like every 30, 45 minutes, I've got a milk bag. Picture a square bag with a nozzle, a hose coming off the tab. It's a double bag,
too.
It is.
2 bags in one.
Thick, super thick. Picture one of those 5-gallon bag full of wine. And that bitch is rocking. That bitch is swole up like a pregnant chick's belly. And if you do not let the gas out, it will pop.
It's going to pop.
And you're going to the hole. Because it's at that point there, I would take the bag and I would burp it. There's little holes in the side of the toilet. It's like a vent that sucks.
It would suck it out.
And I would burp it. And I push the smell into the vent. And it would suck it upstairs. So somebody upstairs is going to get hit because that smell is coming up there.
It's coming up there.
And it wouldn't be long, man. I kept burping the bag. And this dude said, "Hey, Cracker." No, that ain't what he said. He said jit.
Jit.
He called me a jit. And I'd never heard the word jit before. You got to remember, I'm VA. He's Florida. Jits, you know what I mean? Young buck, young boy, I mean, or whatever. He called me a jit. I'm like, the fuck is jit?
What the hell's a jit?
And he was like, "Hey, jit." I like, "What's up? Hey, we gonna drink or what?" Like, you think he said, what he said? He said, "You think I'm green?"
You think I'm green?
He said, "You think I'm green? Like, I can't smell that." Like, you keep having me going in and out. Like, I ain't the police, man. I ain't the police, Cracker.
Definitely ain't.
Exactly what he told me. He said, "Jit, look, check this out, Jit. I ain't the police, Cracker. What you got?"
I know that's right.
And it was, you know what, it just happened. It had been about 2 days of that. And I said, "Hey, man, we on. You want a drink?"
Yeah.
I know. You helped me strain it. We sat down that night. You washed the door. I strained it. Strain it means we take these hair nets.
Yeah.
You see like the old prison movies where the guys got the hairnet on? Well, you don't want to drink that fruit. You don't want to drink that stuff. So you'll get a cup and you'll pour the bag through the hairnet and it'll strain out the mush. So you just get a straight liquid. Man, we got... And then...
Hammered.
And then on top of that, I was making moonshine. Like, there's some shit I don't tell. I had a whole entire still underneath the bed.
Yes.
So I would make the wine. Then I would take the wine and...
use a stinger with plug that jan in the wall with these little metal contraptions around it. Wouldn't put it directly with the alcohol, but it would boil up and all the condensation would come up to the top. And he would lead it out of another tube into another container. Yes. That would be all the alcohol. And that was fire. He put it in peanut butter jars.
Yeah, and you could take a lighter and light the top of it. It would burn blue. Like, and you drink it, it's like drinking rubbing alcohol.
Yeah.
And you wake up the next morning, kidneys hurting, liver hurting. Like,
got that back alley.
Yeah, man. And what he became by far, you know, definitely in my top 3. I've got Jacob Aquino, and Woody, and there's another dude I'm not gonna mention because he's got an active case. I'm not even gonna say his name, but
yeah,
me and Woody got close, man. And I remember when I got transferred, it was a shitty day. But you were already, because it was actually like perfect timing, because they came to you and told you were going to S1 to the dog program.
S1 to the dog program.
And I remember you came and told me, he was like, "Hey, man, they about to move me to S1." And I was like, what?
I never went though.
You're lucky. You're so much
Yeah,
bad shit happened.
I ended up getting transferred not too long after. I went for an annual review.
So either way, we were separated.
We were separating because my mom was, she was sick, and I just went ahead and put in, and then I went to St. Bride's, and everything worked.
I remember I came back, and he came back one day, and he was like, man, they gonna ship me across the yard. I said, where you going? He was like, I'm going to dog program. Well, at this point, now we're talking about, I've been down about 9 years. We've been cellmates for about a year. I said, all right, man, that sucks. You're a good seller. I hate to see you go. We went through a lot in that time together. Like, he tore his ACL and his MCL, I believe.
Yeah, he tore his back up.
I slipped my 4 and 5 deadlifting, lifting weights, pinched my sciatic nerve. Like, there was both times where we were bedridden. We had norovirus at the same time. Let me tell y'all a story.
Tell me about the norovirus.
Woody comes
Don't
in
judge me now.
Look, Woody comes in from the yard one day, right? He said, look, Cracker, I don't feel good. They used to always say cracker. I ain't like that word cracker, but I mean, it was a Florida word, right? He's like, man, I don't feel good. Not police, not cracker like that, just talking, right? He said, man, I don't feel good. I said, what's wrong? He said, I don't know, man. He said, let me get the cell. I think I gotta use that toilet real quick, right?
Yeah, my stomach was bubbling.
If that door opens and I can get up out of there, I'm gonna get up out of there.
Yeah.
I'm not the type to sit on the bunk and just let you bust ass on the toilet. Like,
never.
I'd rather just watch this while you take it.
I'm gonna finish watching this show while you're over there.
No.
Shitting. No.
To hell with that show.
Hit the button, get out the door.
Right. And he used to got that, like, he's holding his stomach, like his stomach hurts. Like, this ain't just he's like, oh, my stomach hurts. So I leave out the cell, right? He puts the pillow in the door. 30 minutes passes.
I'm still in that jank.
An hour passes.
Still in that jank.
They call chow. I go to chow. I come back.
Still in that jank.
You ain't go eat. They call lockdown. I go in the cell, and he is literally sitting on the toilet, and you already know what's going down. It's straight liquid game, water sports. And he's got the trash can in his hands, and he's throwing up in the trash can.
And shitting at the same time.
And you hear explosives coming from his butt, right? So we hang up the sheet. We glue a paper clip on the side of the wall, clip on the side of the wall so you can hang the sheet up. Gives you ain't much privacy in prison, you know what I mean? But you can hang that sheet up, and it separates me from having to see you, do what you do. If you want to take your pants off, lean forward, and comfortably use the bathroom, you can do it, right? This man is over there, and I hear the most, like, it's the worst noises that a butthole can make.
I was tore up from the floor.
He's throwing up, and this would continue into the following morning.
Yes, sir.
And we're now talking about, we're going on, I don't know, man, somewhere 12, 18 hours of him, like, projectile vomiting and, like, Mr. Hanky Time, splash, splash, splash into the toilet. I'm wondering, where's it coming from? Like, you have, like, so much has come out. Where is the fluid coming from? And it smells like death.
Yeah.
I didn't know there was this thing called the norovirus.
Norovirus.
Whatever that shit was ill.
Bad.
So that morning, man, he's still in there. The following morning, remember that he skipped dinner. He ain't ate nothing. He has been on the toilet holding the trash can. They come through for count, take the sheet down. He straight back on the toilet. Like, the following morning, I come out the cell and I have had no sleep. Been up all night. Mind you, I've got wine cooking. Wine's still cooking underneath the bunk. So we can't really call for too much medical attention because we're going to hold because there's wine underneath the bed. Don't want guards in the cell. I also was known to keep a knife. You know what I mean? You know that. Like, I had knives.
I'll tell them a story about that, too.
Yeah, so I'm known to keep a knife, so I can't have the guards in the cell. So the following morning rolls around. It's about, they clear count. They come through about 5:30. Lights on, feet on the floor, 200 pounds, stand for count. That's what they say. 200 pounds, lights on, feet on the floor, stand for count. Care who you are, if your feet don't hit that floor, you're going to the hole.
Going to the hole.
So they call the count. He ain't been asleep. I ain't got much sleep. It smells like they're cooking zombies in here. Like, It smells bad. It smells like the septic plant. Like, this man has a virus that is crushing his immune system. Me, being the convict I am, I'm agitated. You know what I mean? Like, my dude, but, like, you smell another man's...
all night.
All night and hear the noises, like splash, 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 hit the water and they're throwing up, and you got to use the toilet, but you don't want to interrupt him because he's clearly got something
going on,
much more important going on. Man, the following morning I come out, I go to the table, I sit down with KC and Lil Joe. I said, what's wrong? I got bags under my eyes. I ain't slept much. I smell like poo. What's up? I said, man. Started going through it. They said, what's wrong? I said, I don't know, man. I think dude's dying. What you mean you think he's dying? I said, I don't know. He got something, man. He's messed up.
Dying wasn't the word.
Is,
I wish I would have died.
I said, man, this dude's been in there pooping, man, it feels like forever, man. He's throwing up. I don't even know where it's coming from. Like, he can't have no more fluids in his body, but it's continuing to spray. Like, I'm irritated. I'm agitated. I'm everything. Like, what we got for breakfast? And before they could even call chow, I'm sitting there talking to them. And we're like, legitly, camera lighting. We're sitting there talking, and as they're talking to me, they're saying something like, man, you heard of something? There's a virus going around. I said, oh. My head fell down. I lifted my head back up. I started sweating. The room spun. And in that moment, I was transferred into his world.
For sure.
Whatever he had going on, which was that virus.
All that shit talking came back to him. He got it.
I came in the cell. I said, yo. He was like, he's weak. You got to think, if you've been on the toilet that long, you've been on it that long, like your body is like, take all the joking out aside, he's physically drained. That man
I was gone.
Pale as a ghost,
definitely
sweating.
Gone.
He has no strength. He's been on the toilet 15, 16 hours. He's sitting there. I said, man, I got to use the toilet. All right, he stands up. Boom, I go in the toilet. We would spend the next 2 days rotating.
Yeah.
That's when you know shit's real.
Yeah.
When you and another man have had to, hey, come on, bro, you got to
hurry up.
Hurry up, come on.
Tighten up.
And you take your turn, to be graphic, and not to be too graphic, but you take your turn shitting or throwing up in a toilet and a trash can.
It's bad.
You get to know somebody, man. Like, you really, we put a note. Remember we put a note on outside the door?
Yeah.
Woody wrote a note, put it on the door, said norovirus.
Yeah.
And they would come by, and like I told y'all in the beginning of the story, under normal circumstances, you will stand for count, or you will go to the hole.
Yeah.
We put that note on the door.
They walk by.
Man, they walk by and they could smell it coming out the cell. Like it attacks your immune system to where it makes.
Damn, I forgot I wrote the note.
You did. You put a whole entire note on the door.
Yeah.
That, you know what I mean? So we got norovirus. I ain't standing for count. Do what you do.
For everyone out there, the norovirus is a virus. You can look it up, but it's a virus caused from dirty vegetables. They don't clean them properly. And, you know, in prison, guys half-ass things. They probably got a batch of greens in or something like that. Didn't cook them, clean them all the way. And that's how we got it. It's caused from dirty vegetables. You know, so just so you know.
It was, it'll definitely, when you go through something like that with somebody, like, I ain't never been on no mess with no boy type shit. Want to be in the same proximity of no man type shit when they're undressed or got something like that going on. But we were sick. When I mean sick, after we got past the phase of the toilet, there came 3 days of being in the bed. You know what I mean? Of just laying there with your body trying to rebuild. The fact that it had just pumped out every vitamin, everything that made you who you were. Like, we laid there. And that was our introduction, man. That was all within the first week or so. And the only thing I could ever say I didn't like about Woody is I hated football. Now, you got to remember, I've told y'all, my cell was situated right in front of the sports TV.
Yeah.
There's 3 benches right there, and that is the most ratchet place you can be in prison. Yeah. That's where all the fights go down. That's where the parlays is going down. It's under the staircase. It's a blind spot. If it's going to jump off, it's going to jump off right there. So if you want to go to sleep, you're not going to sleep. Football game's on. You got 40 guys right outside your cell, 10 feet from your cell, going crazy. And Woody comes in, and I mean, right out the gate, he told me, like, hey, you watch football? I said, man, I hate football. He was like, I love football. You know, I'm Redskins till I die. Like, so that was the only, we never had no real, like, problems about it, because you like what you like. As long as they ain't the boy and you ain't trying to bring him in the cell.
Yeah, ain't happening.
Don't care. But what I will say, man, is to sum this up for y'all, because I don't want to make it too long, is there came a time where they, like in the beginning of the story we talked about, they told me I had to ship out. And it was unexpected. I didn't put in for a transfer. You know what I mean? For anybody thinking I tried to get up out of there, you know, I was comfortable where I was at. I had it made.
Why would
I had
you left
swords. I was dug in. I had done my grading. I had made a name for myself. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't have to fight no more. Like, they knew who I was. I didn't have to prove myself with nobody coming to test me. Like, leave him alone. I've been in that pod for years. There's nothing.
It was a staple.
Yeah, I'm part of the fabric that makes that unit what it is.
Yeah.
Dudes, when they come in, they like, pick on him, like, leave him alone. You know what I mean? So,
and you were the tattoo man.
And I was the tattoo man.
On top of that.
When I tell y'all,
he did all my work. He did all my work,
when I tell y'all I hustled in prison. Like, I came out with a grip of money, and they told me I had to transfer.
He did all of it.
It sucked, man. I came and told Woody, I said, I gotta leave, man. And it, but I told him something, the same thing I told Jay Bequino, and I told several guys. Any guy I ever told this to, I kept it true with. And if anybody tells you different, they're a liar. If I told you, give me your name and your number, I'll be in touch. Yeah, but
what did I say to you when you
said, just go on, crack, I don't believe.
I said, I ain't giving you my number.
No. I found you, though.
You did find me.
Yeah.
You found me.
I understand why you didn't.
And the reason being is because after doing all these years,
nobody had ever done it.
Yeah, you get close with people, and then, that's your dude. So, like, you get close with them, and they go home, they get transferred, and you don't hear nothing back from them. And it hurts. You know what I'm saying? So, better yet, look, you good. I'm going.
He wouldn't give me his name and number. I knew his name. You know what I mean? Like, he's got a distinct first and last name. So, it ain't like when I search you, anybody else is going to come up beside you.
Yeah. He found me, though, man.
He told me, he said, man, go on about your business, man, live your life. And I told him my dreams, like everything I was going to do.
Yeah.
I remember I told him, I said, Woody, I get money out there, man. I make things happen. He was like, yeah, sure you do. You know what I mean? Everybody sells crack. Nobody smokes it. But I told him, I said, Woody, I really make things happen out there, man. I'm going to get in touch with you. And in the moment that I do, you'll be all right. You
he came through like the woo, too, man. He definitely kept it real, kept it 100. And I couldn't ask for anything better, man.
I like you, man.
For real. I appreciate you allowing me and my wife and our son in your house once again. Didn't catch no largemouth bass.
Didn't catch no virus either, though.
Yeah, no, that's right. But I thank you, man. I thank you for that, man. The next time we see each other, trying to get you down there, we got a couple things we're gonna work on.
We got a whole lot of things.
So
we got some shit coming out down there from the 757.
Y'all have been asking to see it. Something me and Jay, we're gonna try to get together as much as we can. Schedules conflict. I'm gonna have to start work soon, but we're gonna make it happen. But I thank y'all. You want to say something before you reach out? You want to shout out?
Hey, man, you already know what it is, man. If I tell y'all Woody's a good guy, I don't vouch for many. I'll vouch for Woody. As solid as they come, like, just knowing, like, I know a lot more about Florida now that I'm out. Knowing that he did, how much time did you do?
10 years.
He had done 10 when I met him. So when I was trying to hide that wine from him, thinking he was Sammy Sausage Head, Jimmy Neutron, Mr. Jolly Green, Giant Green Bean, this dude had already done my entire sentence.
In a system that
had a 25-year sentence. Like, he told me stories about teeth, gold teeth in a jar, that I would later hear the same stories on YouTube.
Yeah.
After I got out.
From Charlie. I'm just gonna say his name was Charlie. I ain't using the other word, but y'all know who it is if y'all from Florida.
Way before I ever heard this on YouTube, this man told me these stories in 2010, and it just further went to kind of validate who he was.
Mm-hmm.
And I stood in as a best man on his wedding.
He did. He was there for my wedding, best man. I appreciate it.
And what he's always been one of those dudes that if you need him, he's there. He's a genuine person. He has a good heart. He would give you the shirt off his back. If you needed $5, he got 10, he'll spread it with you.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, like, and y'all follow him, man. If y'all think I got some stories, I've told him, I'm trying to give him tips on like tapping into his brain. I'm really good at tapping into my memory. Because it's kind of.
I got him. But like I told y'all, I don't want to delve into those, but it's coming. A lot more coming.
You have to, man. You would be surprised, Woody, how therapeutic sometimes it is
to talk about
to just share it.
I've
shared things that I had nightmares about, and you know what? I had nightmares the night that I made the video, but then after I made the videos, the nightmares went away.
Yeah,
they went away. You know what I mean? There's some things that just. And not only do you need to share them, but some of y'all out there need to hear them.
Yeah.
Some of these stories, you could be that victim. You could be that boy moaning. You could be that boy that's, you know what I mean, thinks he's like that. And then somebody come across and just take your teeth out and you leave out the prison with dentures. Like,
for sure.
I do this for a reason, man. I love y'all. Y'all, please check out A New Life of Woody. Y'all already know who I am. Jay Williams, Let's Live Life.
Thank y'all. Videos are going to come soon. I appreciate y'all tapping in, man. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit the comments, man. Drop some comments. What y'all want me to talk about? Y'all asked me to get Jay in the video. I got him. What y'all want next? Hit me up. Much love. Deuces. And as always, let's do this together.
Salute.
Deuces.